Hey everybody, it's Mango with Mango Reviews. About a week or two ago, uh, somebody reached out to me to review this movie, Runaway. And it's a short film, it's about 44 minutes or so. And I was like, okay, I've been doing these other reviews for, I've only done three so far, and all three of them were done by Tommy Jackson. This one is, okay. Um, Yeah, this one is directed by Edward Barella, I believe is how you pronounce his last name. He reached out to me on Instagram. Um, I said, yeah. So I watched it. And at first, it was just, a couple talking. And I was like, okay. Um, Not saying I don't like dramas, because I do. But I wasn't sure where this was going. But then I was listening to the conversation, and it it just starts off just like a real couple, like talking. The dialogue is so um, comfortable and so relatable that it feels like you're just watching a couple just chat and talk, and and that's how the whole movie is. It just feels like you're watching just a couple, a real couple, live their lives, and you're like a fly on the wall, just watching them. And they go through some troubled times, like most couples do. The relationship, has some snags and some, there's some big, obstacles and stuff that the couple has to, work out. And it just feels real, and it's kind of refreshing to watch uh, a movie that's, or even like a TV show that's not fake drama or fake, you know, made up situations. It doesn't feel like nothing about it feels fake. And also, the the way that it's filmed, I don't know if this is his first movie. I don't know anything about the gentleman, but he also, I believe, he's the actor in it as well. He plays Edward, and is it Edward? Hope I get this right. Let's see. It is. No, it's not Edward. Sorry about that. Um, so it's Jordan and Emma. It's basically about them finding them, not only themselves, but them as a couple, and to decide what, kind of what's most important. Um, what they want, or what they want for each other. And um, but like I said, the cinematography, the way it looks, is beautiful. Um, the settings, it's mostly at night, and the settings are just gorgeous. The lighting and the 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 locations. There's the the home that it's filmed in, has a pool, and the home is very, like, mid-century modern looking, and it's very nice home. Um, but there's a pool in the background, so there's this, the lighting that this pool gives off, and there's a scene by the pool, and it's filmed beautifully, and just the way that it's filmed and it's lit, and the way the characters are lit, it just it's well crafted, for a short film. I'm not sure if this is his first movie, but bravo! It's just done very well, well crafted in all ways. The music, Well, except for the first song, I wasn't a fan of the first song. And in the there's like this where the credits are. Um, that song felt like it didn't fit, but it's just my it's just my opinion. Other people might like it, but the rest of the music, the rest of the is either if it's the score or the actual songs, um, chosen well, and they fit. Like the first song fits, it's just not my style, I guess. Um, but otherwise, everything was the acting. There's not one time where I didn't feel like these two were actually together. They, and uh, just the direction, the acting, and everything is done really well. And I would watch it again. There's probably things that I missed that it would be interesting. But I tend to like movies because I like how they look, how they sound, how they're, figure out how they're filmed, how they're lit. And it's most, since I'm a visual designer, I tend to look at movies differently than some other people might. Some people might like, you know, the story, or I mean, I like the story, but sometimes the story to me is not the most important thing. Um, I could sit there and watch a a movie that the story is not that great, but if it's visually appealing and visually, done well and it looks beautiful, I could sit through it because I'm more of a visual person than a I guess a story person. Like I'm not one of those people who will just be like, well, the story's terrible, I can't sit here and watch it. But if it's a great story and it doesn't look that great, I'm not a fan. It For me it either has to look good or look good and be a good story. It can't be a good story and look bad. I'm sorry, I will not watch a bad looking movie. Um, it has to look good. That's it's basically what I think all these that the three movies by Tommy Jackson and this movie the four that I've done for video reviews for, and I hope I do more. I'm starting to like it, but I'm starting to get comfortable talking about what I like and what I don't like. But I like this one. If I was going to give it a rating out of 10, for a short film, I'd put it up there, and like probably an 8. And I'm thinking probably because it's the drama for me. Um, I guess I'm more of an action kind of guy, but I would say 8.5, out of 10, and it's it's well crafted, it's well acted, um, it's filmed well, it's well directed. Like I said, the music was good, except for maybe the first song that was over the credits. Um, that was kind of to me that was the weakest part of the movie. But for 44 minutes, it didn't feel like I wasted 44 minutes of my life. It felt like I got some insight on you know maybe a little bit of therapy on my relationship and how I should see my own relationship with my wife. Even though we've been married for 25 years, there's still things we deal with. And it's like you start to think, it's like, oh, maybe I'm doing that in my relationship, and maybe that's why things are a little certain at sometimes. But I don't want to ramble on. I just but yeah, good movie. Um, so I think that's all have to say. I want to say thank you to. I'm going to get his name wrong again. Hold on. To Edward, I believe he plays Jordan in this movie. So I want to say thank you to Edward to let me preview this movie before, I believe, before it even came out. But he he asked for a video review, and I'm doing it. So, Edward, thanks again, and I really enjoyed it, and that's really about it. Hope to see more of your movies, and if you do make more movies, send them my way. I would love to watch them and love to review them. And I hope other people like my reviews. Like I said in my last review, I'm just being honest. I get paid for this. I'm not even monetized on YouTube, so it'd be nice, but I'm really not doing it for that. I'm doing it for the love of the craft, and I love, like I said before, I love movies. And if you have any movies that you would like reviewed, send them my way, and I'll review them. I'll watch them and I'll review them. I'll be very honest, and that's really about it. So, again, this movie Runaway, I liked it. It was really good, and it actually made me think about my own relationship, and make me think about why I'm here, and why I'm still with my wife, and and why we do things a certain way. And so thanks for sharing, and this is Mango with Mango Reviews. I'll see you next time. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share this video. The more followers I get, the better I can spread the word of good movies, or just movies in general. I'm not only going to review good movies. If I see a bad one, I will review it and I will say that it's bad. But this one wasn't bad. This one was good. So thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.